So, I have been in this game. I have played a little bit of it in the past, like maybe the starting bit, and I got started again at the beginning. So, Amy absolutely adores this game, and I was watching her play it for a bit on her stream. I think it would be last year, and I was like, this looks like a game I'd like, and she highly, highly recommended it. So here we go. This one's for you, Amy. Hope you enjoy. Okay. Such nostalgia, yeah. And I feel like it's one of those games that are probably gonna be nice, cozier, lower key one than more hype ones like Fallout or Outer World, you know? Okay, what are you making for breakfast? So let's go with Wu the Lotus Blossom. While not the fastest or strongest of warriors, the balanced character just makes the music quite loud. Maybe it's only in the menu. I feel like I have to yell. Okay. So first time in two girls kissing. Nay! Nice. Get some suffix. Nice. Got some suffix. Suffix vibes in here. Yeah. Heavenly Wave. But for me, it was The Sims 1. You know, it's so easy to make them fall in love. Through many mental health nights, I can imagine. I like the music, it's very calm too. Yeah. Alright, Fighters and Heavenly Wave. Their technique. Okay. I think we'll go with, so, I'm just going to go with the default. And accept. Okay, so body, spirit, and mind. Right? Okay. Let's go. I'm thinking mouse and keyboard will be easier to wrangle with. Oh, I love the design. The art is so gorgeous. Like, it already gives that East Asia vibe, that setting of it.
I swear, one of these days I'll find a way around your guard.
Right. Okay. I could blindfold myself one more match then. I could blindfold. My brain and my mouth are not working together. One more match then.
Happily. I feel that I learn something every time I face you, even if it's only a new place to nurse a bruise. So long as you're certain you have time.
All right, show me your best.
Let us begin.
Alright, so straight into the tutorial. Legendary strike. Press mouse 1 to attack. Nice, well done. Whew. Hold down space. Right. Alright, I'm so bad at blocking. Oh my goodness. Off. Control to channel your heal. Alright.
I am restored.
Alright, so it's... Alright. Whoa! Damn. Oh, pole. Oh! Well, I got it back. Right, I'm doing really badly at this. Oof! Okay, so that's the teacher, I think.
Master Lee was watching. He may not show it, but he clearly takes pride in watching his students practice. I learn something every time we meet, proving that loss sometimes is the best teacher. Thank the heavens the bruises are worth it.
Introduce the microphone failure. Whoa. That's right. Thank you for the belt.
You are gracious as always. I regret that there won't be much time for such practice now that you've almost finished your training.
Mm.
Master Li told me to pass on that you should speak to him when you have the chance. He said you could take your time, so you need not rush.
So, tell me since why didn't you tell me earlier?
He specifically told me that it was no rush, so I didn't think it would be vital. Besides, who could turn down a chance to practice with you?
To make a great
You
match
have
with.
some time to wander the school and talk with other students. Smiling Mountain likely has some of the younger students available if you want to spar.
Shall see.
I shall leave you to it. Take care, my friend.
Thank you. So we'll be nice close buddies. Okay, chapter 1. Wherein the Master for Tales of Doom, a rival challenges for station, and the past haunts the present. Your training nears its completion in the idyllic setting of Two Rivers. Master Lee promises that soon you will know more about how you came here and where your future will lead. All the while, strange tales begin to spread of ghosts that will not rest and shadowy assassins who heed no more. Right. Okay. I feel like it's very, very quiet. I think it's a little too quiet. Pull it up a bit. There we go. Alright. Oops. Okay, where did the chat go? Oops. Okay. Excuse me. Alright. So we have level 1, so body 3, spirit G. Okay. 0 opponents defeated. Okay. So, what now? Right. Hi. Jin Hu.
Always good to see you wandering the school. You're the best among us, after all. So it makes everyone train a little harder when you're around.
Yep, computer instead of
The
phone.
tricky part is making sure we're emulating you, not hoping to take you down a peg. You should think carefully before bruising the tender egos around here.
We'll do our best.
Oh, did I tell you to see Master Lee when you have a chance? I'm not taking the blame if you forget.
Oh, nice. Enjoy your breakfast. Joe's favorite character design. Nice. Yeah. Yes, she is very beautiful. I think I wanted to play as a, woman as well, so, yeah, let's do it. Well, Wu looks like the best person I'd like to play. Right.
I thought Master Lee would have your attention for the rest of the day. It is good to see you. I know you haven't had much time for simple sparring. It is too bad. Your fellow students benefit from your experience. A strong opponent is the best trainer.
Okay. Big scrambled eggs in a wrap. Oh, that sounds so good. Also made scrambled eggs for Mum. Oh my goodness, sounds so good. Like it's becoming like scrambled eggs season as well. It's like 4 degrees Celsius here. It's so cold. Okay, can I ask you some things about the school?
I am charged with giving whatever instruction I can, but my insights deal more with the philosophy of combat than the skills themselves.
Alright, tell me about the philosophy dimension.
Master Lee is very strict about what is taught here, because martial skill is a pathway to great power, and that holds certain risks. It is not just good over evil. Few things in life are that simple. The common way to say it is, do you follow the way of the open palm or the closed fist?
Okay, so I remember in Amy's stream of this game that explaining about how there's the 2 parts of the game, open palm, closed fist. I sort of looked up and apparently one of the tips is just to one or the other because the choices are quite binary, like very binary in Jade Empire. So it's not like, later ones like Dragon Age or Mass Effect or, So open palm is probably the way, so it's probably the more peregrine route if we make a metaphoric analogy. Okay, way of the open palm.
A term for the high path, or perhaps the way of restraint and harmony. Many aspire to it, but few achieve it. It is a path of resisting tyranny.
Resisting tyranny.
Of
Tyranny.
course, the source of that tyranny varies. It is just as dangerous coming from without as within.
Okay. As an open, closed, or the middle, beginning of choice-based game. Yeah, I believe it was BioWare who first sort of really opened the gates, as a word, to choice-based games. And that little choice, spinning dialogue we always see in some games, it's like, that started with BioWare. They don't say one side's evil, one is good, but some choices are binary, yeah. So that there's some grey allowed, there's some middle ground. Give me examples?
Tyranny from external sources is easy to find and fight. Defending those who cannot defend themselves is a reasonable example. But when your abilities are so much greater than those around you, there is the temptation to set everything right by might alone. That is tyranny from within.
Temptation, everything. That background noise is really annoying. My brain gets distracted. Created in the same systems. Oh, Knights of the Old Republic, I got that in my library as well. Might do that during May, just because, May the 4th will be with you. The kids gotta practice too. It's gotta go. Sometimes conflict. I'm gonna take these off for a minute so I don't have to listen to that. Yeah. The kids, teens, young adults, yeah. Sometimes, well, yeah, that's true that sometimes conflict cannot be avoided. Like, if you're with other people, because it's going to be conflict at some or other. Like, doesn't matter if you're at work, at home, in an academia situation, even in public. So, yeah,
True, but that can become a convenient excuse.
that's true.
Eventually, you may decide that even direct violence is too inefficient for someone of your strength. It is a small leap from there to enforcing your will so that the crime never takes place. Suddenly, you are the oppressor, when all you wanted to do was make things right. This way of the open palm is not without its hidden dangers, despite the best of intentions.
I love that. I really love that they really explained it. Like you would say that, if you that there is a danger to it, that you can go too far. Well, like, I think one thing that comes to mind as an example would be, like, maybe, like, how they say, tolerance, but don't tolerate the intolerant. Because if you tolerate the intolerant, then you tolerate intolerance. My brain is, gone. I probably should have had another coffee beforehand. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I love that they really get into, like, that kind of discussion of it. Oh, I really love this game. Tell me about the way of the closed fist. It is a tongue twister, yeah.
It is the low path, the way of aggression and discord. A misunderstood path often misused by those who wish to justify a thuggish nature. It is not as simple as crushing your enemies or as mindless as terrorizing the weak. It is a mindset born of impatience, of imposing your will.
Still great debates and ideas this game. I can see already. Yeah, I love it. I really love how they explained it so clearly. I don't know who wrote this dialogue, but I really love how well they really broke it down and gave us all the clear ideas and how complex it is. It's not just boom or bam, it's boom with a little bit of just don't go too boom or don't go too bam. Anyone wondering? The game is inspired by China, Japan, but its own set in a land. Definitely pulled on some Lloyd concepts and imagery, but it's meant to be a different setting. Yeah, sort of like a fantasy setting. So what is it if it is not evil?
An evil man might ignore a plea for help because he does not care, but that shows a disconnection with the world. That is not part of the way. A man on the low path might also ignore that plea, but he would do so because that person should demonstrate they are fit to survive on their own.
That makes sense. So like, ignore that plea because that to survive. So like, try and like. So the first bit I like to like, oh, just ignore it because for the evolves, but this one, ignoring that plea because demonstrate the fit survive. So like really going for that Darwinism, I think it's core. So, you know, the survival of the fittest, quote unquote. Yeah. Without giving too much away, there's a brash Westerner comes along. Every arrogant Westerner settler, and it's great. Arrogant Western settler. With my Sean Cleese. Ooh, looking forward to that. Yes. Okay, so what's the difference? Person dies each time. I think the difference is that latter man is acknowledging that yes, that person is, pleading for help, but on the other hand, he has this reason, like, okay, they need to prove that they can survive on their own, quite a bit further in the game, like really deep into it. Yeah. So what's the difference? The person dies each time.
The difference is
The
in the
details. Yep.
That same man might help if the odds are unreasonable. He might also do it to incur favor. There is thought in his actions. He is not a mindless killer, but he may let strength decide what course is best. That is why it is a dangerous path. It can so easily be misinterpreted.
Okay. I really like that. So does this have any practical effect?
You are the sum of your actions.
True.
The harmony or discord that you sow will weigh on your shoulders as surely as any physical yoke. But there can be advantages. Certain forms of attack inherently lean toward one extreme or the other. They have a rhythm that resonates within you. You may find that some attacks perform better if you are more intent on causing discord. How you use this is for you to discover and decide.
Right, go back to
I
previous.
am charged with giving whatever instruction I can, but my insights deal more with the philosophy of combat than the skills themselves.
Okay, kind of items and additional training do you sell?
Ah, yes, training. For some time now, I have offered, for a small fee, to run students through a short regimen that will help them enhance their abilities. The lessons you learn from me, or from any trainer for that matter, will stay with you and help make you stronger or better able to focus your mind or magic.
Okay. So you're not teaching new styles then?
No, I try to improve base abilities, but through the basics that Masterly has instilled. When you have the opportunity, I'm sure you will pick up new styles quickly.
Hey, show me what you have.
Let's see what you can learn.
Okay. Right. Oh, I've no money literally. Belly of iron. Okay, so it's 400. So minus one chi. A series of exercises developed by Smiling Mountain. Those who learn and use this belly of iron techniques learn to take blows better, giving them more stamina in combat. The strain of using this exercise can slightly reduce a warrior's ability to channel their chi. I understand that's stuff that you use to heal yourself. Heart of Gold. Like how everything is a balance, you get a boost and a cost. Yeah, the cost. It's not given away for free. Heart of Gold is a set of meditative techniques developed by Smiling Mountain to help his students learn to master their chi. By remembering specific mantras in battle, it is possible to channel slightly more chi than normal. This extra concentration can slightly distract a warrior from maintaining focus in battle. Okay. So yeah, that makes sense, because if you're meditating, you're not focusing on what's in front of you. You're focusing in on yourself. If that makes sense. Okay, so Mind of Steel, +3 health, -1. No, +3 focus. Ironically, I wasn't focusing. -1 health. Mental exercises that test the memory and quickness of thought. Mining Mountain's Mind of Steel techniques can help warriors better focus in battle. The time spent honing the mind can have the side effect of slightly weakening one's body, however. Okay. Right, thank you. Right. Where else can we go? Oh, it's these two, was it? These two were sparring. That's who I was hearing, eh? It all goes all out.
Master Li keeps talking about restless dead, but there's nothing like that around here.
Restless dead, that ghost.
Gao refuses to practice with the rest of us. He thinks he's too good for us.
Of course.
Dawn Star is very skilled, but she doesn't leave her garden very often.
Okay, so she's down in the garden.
Remember the basics, remember the basics. Why does Master Li keep repeating that? Master Li keeps talking about restless dead.
Our most senior student has a spare moment to spend with me? An honor. No, wait, I shouldn't be like that. Master Li always reminds me that jealousy is a low path and not worthy of one of his students. I understand your training is almost complete. I wonder who will replace you as our example. It certainly won't be me. I can't even imagine Master Li saying, "You must strive to be like Lin in all things" to the others. Just the opposite, more likely.
Okay, she does, I really like, okay, so this character, yeah, she's clearly jealous, and even when she admits, oh no, I shouldn't be, showing this jealousy, you can still hear it in her voice, the way she says her lines, in an almost, what's the word I'm looking for in it? Almost, spiteful, maybe? Kind of? I don't know, but you can still hear that jealousy burning in the back of her words. I don't know who's the voice actor, but they really nailed that. That's voice acting. I think BioWare just grabs all the best voice actors, I swear. It's the opposite. Okay. If you want Master League to say it, don't give him a choice. Be the best you can. Don't worry about following others. So Carrie K, Wildgreen, Ash in Final Fantasy 14? 13. No, 10, 11, 12. 12. I'm gonna get there. Don't worry about following others. Walk your own path. Which one would she feel better? You walk your own path. Yeah, because everyone has their own skills, their own path. Not everyone can be the best or the greatest. So, focusing on yourself.
That's easy enough for you to say. You're already the best in the school. The rest of us just stare at your back. Maybe I should spend more time training and less time worrying about where I stand in the school. How else will I be good enough to take you down one of these days? Besides, there might be bigger things to worry about. I find myself intrigued by the ghost tales that everyone's mentioning.
Right. What do you think of Master Li?
Master Li took me in when no one else would. He is a firm master, but a kind man deep inside.
How did Master Li come here?
I imagine that he walked. If you want anything more than that, you'll have to ask someone who was here at the time. That was 20 years ago.
Okay, who was Master Li for Master Li?
I really don't know or care. It may as well have been Sagacious Tien, the first emperor. That was before I was born.
Okay, let's get back to my other
If
question.
you wish, what do you want to ask about?
So tell me what you've been hearing about ghosts. You know everyone around here. Is there any news?
You think I will talk about them behind their backs? I will, but I don't want people to think of me as the local gossip, even if I am just that.
So I think there's also a self-esteem issue that I'm hearing as well. Like, she clearly doesn't have great self-esteem. Also, she doesn't want to be called the local gossip, even if I'm just that. Yeah, Linda's great. Yeah, yeah. Who are the students of note?
Of note? There's only one student of note, and that would be you. Everyone else, even Dawnstar, is just a background for you and your supposed destiny. I'm sure you know that your implied status causes jealous remarks. I have muttered a few, but I don't mean you harm. The one you should be careful of is Gao, but I'm not telling you anything you don't already know.
Tell me about Gao.
You know him as well as I do. A rich man's son. He's attractive, I suppose, but arrogance follows him like a cloud of locusts. I hear his father is the same way. Gao the Greater and Gao the Lesser. Not a family I would want to be a part of.
Right? Tell me about Dawnstar.
Why do you need to ask me about Dawnstar? You know her better than anyone as far as I'm concerned. You two practically grew up together. Maybe that's why you two get along so well. Maybe her sense for ghosts and the like meshes well with the great destiny Master Li sees for you.
Okay, so what are you getting at? What have you heard about me?
Master Li never stops talking about you. You are special, or so we are repeatedly told. It can get annoying. Then again, some find it outright threatening.
I feel like Master Lee had some favoritism going on here as well because, like, technically speaking, teachers shouldn't really have favoritism. Like, oh, I like that student more than these other students, or I like this student and that student more than these others. So I'm going to give them all A plus grades, no matter how shit their work is. But I feel like Lou had probably earned it, but also that favoritism is sort of, it's itching in there. Okay, who should I be concerned about?
Gao, obviously. You know he doesn't like you, he never has. And when Master Li tells him to model himself after you, that just makes it worse.
Okay. And go back to others.
If you wish. What do you want to ask about?
I really love the slight meta there about why are you asking me about your best friend? Don't you know your best friend more than I do? Why are you asking me this? But also it's a nice subtle way for the game to go, hey, Dawnstar is your best friend. Don't chat to her. Okay. Tell me what you've been hearing about ghosts.
Other than what Dawnstar senses, all I have is stories, but they're becoming more and more common. Tales of people being haunted by loved ones, and mad ghosts attacking people on the roads, or even in their homes.
And
Master Li accepts Dawnstar's ability to see and sense things others can't. If he believes her, then how could I believe otherwise?
yeah, what exactly are they?
They're exactly what you'd expect. The souls
So
of
not
humans
tell,
who
yeah.
have died. According to all the legends, when you die, your soul travels to the underworld. Once there, your soul is judged and placed upon the wheel of life, so that it can return to this world in a new life. A soul that doesn't return to the wheel of life becomes a ghost.
It's the Wheel of Life. I know that's a real thing, right? In East Asian culture, right, Amy? Like, I think I missed the first bit, but there's always the rod, because my brain is sort of in focus, but not really in focus. It's on the peripherals. Where do they come from?
According to the stories, ghosts are usually people whose souls are trapped in this world, either by circumstance or because they won't let go of their old lives.
So
The
like a
thing
limbo.
is, those circumstances are very rare, and you never heard about ghosts 10 years ago. Now everyone's talking about them. It's like something has happened, and people aren't leaving this world like they should be. Either that or it's mass hysteria, but I can't believe that explanation.
Okay, so already we get sense of the plot, but it's not telling us. It's like what you're saying, it's showing us. So telling us what Lynn understands about this, but it's Dawnstar who senses the ghost. So again, it's emphasizing that we should be asking Dawn about this. You know, not only she's our best friend, but we share that same ability to sense the ghosts that are having trouble leaving our, what I guess, plane of existence. So really, really enjoying that. That's some really good writing. Tell me more about Dawnstar sensitivity. Don't you already know this? I'm sure the game will be like, she's your bestie.
From what I understand, Dawnstar is very sensitive to magic and to the spirits we call ghosts. She sees things that others can't. Sometimes she knows things that she shouldn't. I really can't say if it's intuition or something else.
So yeah, like, she can speak to them, and then, you know, what do they look like?
That was my first question when I started hearing these rumors. Apparently they can look just like us, though possibly pale and faded. Some ghosts have been around a long time, and apparently they begin to change. They grow distant from their bodies and become more monsters than people. The scary thing is that a lot of the stories I've been hearing are about these old ghosts, the ones that look like monsters. It just doesn't make sense.
So it's like their souls decay faster while trapped in the limbo between life and the afterlife. I think that's what I'm getting. And it's just their souls, it's decayed so fast, they start to forget who they are. And so they become monsters. Okay. Other questions?
What do you want to ask about?
Okay, let's see. I don't think we've ever talked about you, then.
I'm sure you've figured out most of my little quirks by now. I've been here a few years.
Okay. How did you come here? Why?
I wasn't the delicate flower my family had hoped for. They believed school would calm my spirit.
She was
But Master
feisty.
Lee has shown me how to focus myself. I have learned many skills while here, and not many of them require that I be delicate.
Thank you, Starwind. So again, like, I think we were telling her before to choose your own path. And it's really interesting because it's showing that she has already done that, even if she doesn't recognize it herself. And I'm sorry, I'm talking so much about this game, but I'm really loving it. And especially with Amy. Oh no, my brain's farting. What was I saying before? Yeah, so that she has already chosen that path. Means so much love, but yeah, and it's got such a special place, like in your heart and your life, yeah. So she's already chosen her path, even if she doesn't realize or recognize it yet, because she chose that I don't want to be the delicate flower that my parents want me to be. I want to be who I want to be, even as a very young child. And she chose this path. She's already done that, and oh my gosh, getting emotions already. Oh, emotions. Oh. Yeah, it's got flaws, not perfect, but it's a good game, yeah. It's really giving me the feels. Or just Dwayne, oh boy, good thing I got these on hand. It was their first IP, and unfortunately, a few that has been underperformed, so I never got a sequel. But those that know like it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Looks like I got sleep in my eye, I think. Damn it. Okay. It's always that little bit of sleep that just escapes. So, what will you do when you're done training here?
When I am done? I haven't really thought about it. I won't go home. There's no place for me there. If I can stomach the books, I could become a scholar. Perhaps I'll go to the Imperial City. I should see it at least once in my life.
Alright, other
If you
questions.
wish, what do you want to ask about?
Alright. Bye for
Stay
now.
well. After all, how could we learn without our most senior student to guide us?
Yeah. So, like, clearly she likes us, even if there's that jealousy in the background. And that she probably, needs to reflect on as well. Oh, whoops, where am I? Oh, there it is. Gates. And the gate. Oh, there's people up here. We're doing a bit of, should we? Hi. Hi.
It is an honor to be approached by the school's most senior student. And my mother had high hopes for the school when she sent me here from the capital. Sometimes I wonder if I'm ready to train with others of such skill. Even in the robes of a junior student, I feel a long way from my home in the Imperial City.
What? Okay. If you are here... Oh, it's in the background here. It's a bit loud. Why do you doubt yourself?
I haven't yet settled in. My studies in the Imperial City were far inferior to the instruction you've had. I will just have to work twice as hard to catch up to your level of skill. Even then, it will take a long time to be your match. How long have you studied with Master Li?
As long as I can remember. Good lord. Sounds like a...
Dawnstar both had a lifetime of training under Master Li. He is stern with you, but you sure can see that he's proud as well. I'm sorry. I shouldn't pester you with my questions. Is there something you need?
Right. How well do you know the others?
I don't know anyone else who displays the skill you do. Well, perhaps Gao, but he lacks discipline. That is why he still wears the robes of a junior student, despite his ability. Dawnstar would be next, with few able to match her delicate moves. Beyond that, the only other person I know well is Smiling Mountain, the sparring master.
It sounds like a war in the background. Do you have any impressions of Gao?
I have seen his kind in the city. He thinks his family's wealth is a substitute for nobility and is angered when others still see him for what he is, a crass and spoiled bully.
Very true. How is Smiling Mountain
He
helped?
doesn't come close to Master Li's skill, but Smiling Mountain is good for the younger students. He pairs novices with more advanced students so we can learn.
Okay. So, what do you think of Dawnstar? It seems a bit, I don't know.
I know she is sensitive to things the rest of us can't see. Sometimes I feel sorry for her. It obviously makes her feel different, and that's not right.
Yeah, got the, what's it called? That gifted student syndrome, like, some kids are like, primary school or whatever, and then it's like, oh, you're such a talented, gifted student, you're gonna go so far and so well. I was one of those, and then, yay, anxiety. Okay.
I'll answer what I can.
I'm interested to hear what do people from the capital think of the Empire?
It's funny, but I still want to look over my shoulder. I have to remember that we are a long way from the ears of the Lotus Assassins.
Okay, why would you be worried about the Lotus?
They're the Emperor's personal guardians. In the Imperial City, they watch everyone and everything, looking
Can't
for
wait
those who
me
would
to
question
go.
the course of the Empire.
Why are they questioning the Empire's
The
stomach?
Lotus Assassins visit people who ask a lot of questions. The Emperor hasn't been seen much recently. His advisors run things. They're not gentle.
Okay. Do you know anything? Oh, what can you tell me about the Empire history?
I honestly didn't pay much attention during history lessons at my previous school. You could always ask in the town. Old Ming loves talking about the past.
Right. What can you tell me about places other than here?
I'm no map maker, but I know the basics of the way the empire is laid out. What do you want to know?
Um, t- Tell me about the Imperial
It
City.
was a beautiful place to grow up. The brightest minds, the most noble houses, all the greatest warriors gather there. It's truly the most vibrant place in the world.
Sounds like you miss it.
I'm glad to be here, don't get me wrong. Two Rivers, though, is very peaceful. I'm used to a more hectic pace, I think. It's taking me some time to adjust.
So like city boy, um, in the country, which is so true because that's what happens. Like for me, I feel my best went in a moderately busy place, but not too busy. So I'm literally on the edge of the main city centre. I'm literally on the edge, up a hill, um, which is great when you're tired after 6 hours at work and it's like, oh God, up a hill. um, yeah, because I find that while I love to go out sometimes into nature and check out the rocks and the trees and the plants and the birds, I guess, but especially the rocks, I find it too quiet for me. Like it's just too quiet, which is why I could not live in the country permanently, like way out in the boondocks, the wop wops, but not in the smack dab in the middle of a city. So I guess I'm somewhere in the middle, you know. But yeah, would anyone else have thoughts on that? Okay. How do you like this
Two
area?
Rivers is quiet, subdued. This province has a lot of rich agricultural land. Actually, fields cover pretty much everything south of the Great Southern Forest.
So what do people from the city tend to think of this area?
They consider farmers uneducated rustics,
Of course they
so
do.
they'd use less polite terms. They'd change their tune if they could see such a skilled tutor as Master Lee out here.
I've lived where you are, prefer big cities, but living on the outside. Yeah, yeah. Exactly like in the say live in Auckland, but way out west, not even like being in Auckland. Same, yeah. Like for me, it'd be Wellington, but I'd be happy with Auckland as well. But yeah, yeah, that'd be so nice because I got jump scared by realizing that March in Dunedin is Pride Month, and it's already like what day is it? The 10th of March, almost mid-March, and jump scared myself because because got moved to go Wellington, yeah. Um, because there's just not much being, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Being about it. Like there's not much fanfare about it. It's mainly the younger people, so you know the teens, kids, students, so all those, you know. But yeah, it's yeah, just under the surface. So that's why I love places like even Christchurch. It's like pride, you know. But I couldn't move to Christchurch because one, I'm done with the South Island. I've seen everything. I've seen all the rocks I want to see. I want to go to the North Island. I've always had my heart set on the North Island, you know. So yeah, maybe if I get more experience with my job, that would be good as well. Like, oh, by the way, that reminds me, Amy, how many years do you think is a good time to stay in a first job, like a lab job even if it's casual? I would say like maybe a couple years. I feel like a couple years would be good for me. So, and the ads are starting really. Goodness, we're not even out of the tutorial area. And, but the rest of the empire.
The empire is divided into four massive provinces. This area, largely agricultural, is the Golden Delta. To the north lies the Seat of Heaven, which holds the imperial city. In the prosperous east, you can find port cities like the Phoenix Gate. To the west lie the hills of the Six Holy Scrolls. I know little about those two provinces, though.
Right, so we must be the south. Okay. How do you like this? Give it
I'll
others?
answer what I can.
What else? Tell me more about yourself.
I'm honored that you should ask. What do you want to know?
What brought you to this school?
The school I attended in the Imperial City was becoming mired in politics, so my mother sent me out to the country instead. Politics is dangerous, she always said.
So you should get your accreditation for own multi-lab cert, but if your casual may not know they don't have me on that pathway. As a casual, if they want to give you at least permanent part-time by a year, I think you're free to move on. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I've been looking at Dunedin, but it's mostly just labour stuff, so or medical. So Dunedin and Cargo love their medical, and I'll leave that to you, Amy. But yeah, 2 years, yeah. Yeah, which is why I'm sort of looking out there, just keeping an eye out on the university especially. Okay. Alright, what sort of dangers would Imperial City have?
Oh, I don't know. It just seems like the city is changing. Strange people, strange machines. These are interesting times. I think she just wanted to know that I'd be safe.
What will you do when done training?
Well, that won't be for a long time, but I'll probably return to the Imperial City. Perhaps I'll join the Imperial Guard. It's hard to think that far ahead.
Take care.
Bye. Take care of yourself.
Take care. Okay, what about the school?
Gao does not have the patience to properly learn what Master Li is trying to teach us.
Yeah, so we just learned that Gao is from the city, the Imperial City, so he basically relies, I think, on its wealth to thinking, oh, that's going to make people like me, and I'm, I don't know, I have this wealth, and I am deserving of respect. So it feels like he's the kind that demands respect, but does not earn it, if that makes sense. Oh, there's a book stand. Go read a book, shall we? Auspicious portents. Understanding the stars and the universe is a very important goal. By examining the universe, we can interpret and predict things to come. The sky is where the great dragon was said to dwell, and in his illustrious home we can see the signs of his effects on creation. Of the observable phenomena, 3 major ones are the most auspicious: comets, the flames of the heavens passing across the sky. So I love that, flames of heavens passing across the sky. That's a really beautiful image there. But it also shows, in a very subtle way, how comets, is pretty much every culture, or like most cultures, have been seen as a bad sign or something. So the comet, it's like a flame of the heaven. Eclipses, during which the power of the gods blocks the sun for brief periods, and falling stars, marking the descent of one of the celestial bureaucracy, that word I cannot say properly, to the earth. Okay. Alright, and we got experience from that. Oh, save. Oops, how do I save? F5. Gaming done, there we go. There we go. Just press F5. Alright. No, a scroll stand. Harmonic combinations. To fight without thought is suicide. The path to victory is laid out one step at a time, each ahead of your opponent. Sagacious Tian. Harmonic combinations demand the use of 2 styles in rapid succession. The first must be the class called Support, second for Martial. Timing is key. Begin with a focused, disabling effect. Follow quickly with a powerful barehanded blow. 2 actions working in concert will create a harmonic channel in your chi and wreak havoc upon your foe. You must be swift, as the window to create the harmony is limited. Disable your foe, close swiftly as you change style, and strike with all available force. Let nothing stand in your way, but beware. Opponents of great strength may possess the training to assess this technique, especially if they're more experienced, more advanced, because all our experience is primarily academic, academic or whatever, academic. We have not worked in the real world, so to speak. So, it's like, it's one thing doing a, say, a laboratory assignment in academia, especially in undergrad studies, but it's quite another to go out there in the workforce. So, it's one thing to learn geology in academia, one thing to learn it or have it as a job. Okay. Where am I? Yeah, okay. So it's about harmonies. Right. Hi, Xin Wu.
It's always good to see you again, but I should keep practicing. They'd probably skin me alive if they heard me say this, but Wen and Lin look like they've got a little more free time right now. Go pester them so they don't pester me.
Right. Arabic 2, Smiling Mountain. Okay. About inside these places. Hi.
Typical. Oh, you're finally here to talk to Master Lee,
This must
are
be
you?
Gao.
I certainly hope so. The old man is in there meditating, and he won't train me until he talks to you.
You can already see and hear his contempt, like, wait. If I'd known it was holding up your chain, I would have come sooner. Mr. The old man, you just speak our master by calling him that. I feel like that's just gonna make him more defensive. Actually, I wanted to talk to you a moment.
The senior student, Master Lee's little lapdog, here to talk to me? My lucky, lucky day. Don't you have something more important to do?
Think carefully about how you value your arms before you speak that way. Damn. What did I do to earn this belligerent?
You don't want my answer to that question. Go talk to one of your sallow-looking friends and let them tell you I'm jealous. I'm sure Wen could stammer out an answer for you, something to make you feel all warm inside and just great about yourself. Master Lee wants to talk to you. Do me a favor and go talk to him. Then maybe I can actually receive some education at this school.
Okay, so he doesn't believe that everything we're learning here is education. We are learning how to fight. The martial, it's a martial school, and it's just as valid as any other education. So, you receive martial styles. Press attack button. 3 times forgotten that successful or not. Very successful. Martial styles do not always access energies of mind and body harmoniously. Sometimes imbalance is the source of their power. And find them listening back drive so no talking is all good. Drive safe. Sometimes imbalance is the source of their power, as is with Iron Palm and Viper. Each require possession of 3 meditation scrolls that prepare the student for the forces that will be encountered. If these disciplines are attempted without complete understanding, the student risks accessing more power than the body can withstand. Discipline without... Okay, so if you don't know how to use that power, don't touch it until you understand everything about it, So, yeah, because, you risk too much that you will overwhelm your body, which I like it, Knowledge of Iron Palm and Viper is not often shared, as most martial practitioners consider them in opposition to classical teaching. If a student happens upon one of the scrolls detailing these styles, he or she cannot and should not attempt to train in the style until gaining the possession of all 3. The most difficult and humbling step of any journey is the acceptance of one's own limitation, confronting when the journey is possible at all. I love that, so valid. Especially realize, hey, I have limitations. That's okay. I've spent way too long sort of shaming myself for my own limitations. But now it's like, yeah, I have limitations, but what can I do to work around those? What can I do to acknowledge them? So on. Anyway, yeah, we done here. The long drought. The long drought stands as one of the worst periods in the Jade Empire's recent history. 10 years of scorching heat and little rainfall took their toll on even the prodigious reserves of the Empire's granaries. The sages predicted at least 3 more devastatingly dry years, while those in the Ministry of Harmony watched the death toll mount into the hundreds of thousands. Then Emperor Sunhai declared the drought was over, and somehow it was. Through the Empire's divine will, green returned to our parched land, and stability was restored. Okay. We'll experience points from that. Nope. Cutscene.
Ah, there you are, my student. I watched your bout against Jingwu with great pride. You have gained almost all you can from the practice arena. You are my best pupil, though you came to me an orphan. I have tried to prepare you for the responsibility your skills will bring. Have you given thought to your future?
Given thought to your future, that's the question everybody is asked in their final days of high school. Have you given thought to what your future will be? At first I wanted to do something that didn't pan out. I really, really wanted to be a nurse or something in the medicals. That didn't pan out. But sometimes it's the most unexpected thing, like, oh, I totally should do a bit of zoology, study animals. And then it didn't take till my 30s to find, aha, it's geology all along. But it sort of makes sense because, space, I was obsessed with space. I can't do maths to save my life. So that was out of the question. But there were rocks in space, and geologists study rocks. Planetary geology is a thing. And of course, at Mars, we have all the streams and channels that show where water flows and all of that. So, yeah, anyway, give a thought to your future. Sure, you'll tell me what I need to know. I feel like we're really, really young. Perhaps I will train others as you train me. I long to leave this tiny place. I'm sure you will tell me what I need to know.
Your lessons are complete. Remember these basic skills and keep them at heart. But also remember the classes are not a true measure of ability. Always be ready to learn. I recall that, as a child, you fell and bruised your arm. I comforted you, saying that small pains are part of learning, but not every setback imparts wisdom. You must be careful. Sometimes all you learn in defeat is that you have been defeated. This world is out of balance. Spirits grow restless, and you have a role to play that I have kept secret.
Why would you do that? That seems a bit confrontational. Or I'm sure it was for good reason. Why would you do that?
Those who announce their important destiny before they are ready tend to meet unfortunate ends. The wise only seek attention when capable of dealing with it. The people are scared. I do not have all the answers, but I know you will become very important to the fates of many. You will be called to face a great evil.
Master! Master Lee!
What is this interruption? This had better be important. There is much to say.
Master! Nijo came to warn me. He saw a boat from the outlook past the fields. Strange outlaws. They fired something at him. And Kiamin was injured.
Where is she now?
Still outside the village by the outlook. Nijo couldn't carry her. Please come, Master Lee. The bandits are not at the village yet, but they could arrive at any time.
We will have to continue our discussion later, my student. It appears we have more pressing matters.
I will fight them. What would you have me do, Master?
The time for practice is over. Go to Gujin, the weapon master, and get a weapon. You may soon be called to use it. On your way, make certain Dawnstar is aware of the danger. Her skills have always complemented yours, so take her with you. Prepare yourself for a potential attack while I tend to my fallen student. I will return as soon as I can. We will continue our discussion when the threat is over.
Right. Where can I find Dawnstar in Bushin?
Dawnstar will be near her garden at the entrance to the school. Gujin will be in his shop near the village gate, up the stairs from the village square.
Alright, I will do as you asked.
Good. The time comes when you will know all you need to. For now, keep the basics at heart.
Alright, thank you. Switch minimap off and on by clicking the mouse 2 button. Click Legends button on the map screen in the menu for explanation of map symbols. Right, so I'm looking around here. Okay. Right, cool. Alright. 35. Like to save often. Okay. Lion statue. A statue of a lion stands behind an altar. It is marked as a training aid designed by a previous master of the school. There is a crystal sphere in the lion's paw. Okay, examine the markings on the lion. The altar and statue serve to show students a real example of lessons otherwise presented abstractly in class. It has not seen use in some time. The altar is less ornate than the statue and was replaced many times after frustrated or deliberate outbursts from students. That too is part of the exercise. No, the futility of just on objects, the mention of greater reward for the more investigative path, but there was probably an additional element of the test performed by the master who placed it. You cannot recall Master Li ever referring to the statue. Different masters prefer different methods of teaching. Yeah. Approach the altar. Ooh, something happened. The altar is less ornate than the statue and lacks a sense of permanence. Something activates as you approach. The sphere in the lion's paw begins to glow with a blue light. I don't want to destroy it, I'm just going to leave it. You leave the statue and altar as they are. I'm not destroying the property. I don't damage property. It's not my place, so if I'm going to damage property, it's going to be my property. I got a red line figurine, a yellow line, and a blue line. Nice, okay. Is it now seals? Really nice little flowers. Oh, I love those lamps. Like little lanterns even. Right. Map. Maybe this way? Oh wait, the entrance to the garden. Maybe. Okay. What's this? Here we go. School gate. There we go. Oh, the rainbow up there. Cute. The rainbow. Oh, hi. Look like they're having a standoff.
What's the matter, Dawnstar? Are you scared that Master Li might find out?
There is talk of approaching bandits, and you bother me with unsubtle advances. How very like you, Gao.
Wow.
No doubt a tactic learned from your criminal father.
His name is Gao the Greater, and he built a fortune out of some ragged thieves and slave traders. If my charm can't lift your spirit, I'll buy the ground from under you.
Flaunting your father's undeserved wealth does not impress me, Gao.
Yes.
It only serves to push me further away.
Try to demand respect and can't do that. Nathan Fillion, my love. Is that the voice actor? No, Dawn Star. It sounds like Dawn Star. Yeah, it sounds
You
like it.
step beyond your station. She and I are discussing her future.
That's asshole right
Thank
here.
you, Gao, but I'll pick my own poison. Now leave, and if you'd be so kind, stay downwind.
I won't forget this, Dawnstar. You show great disrespect. You as well. You will not take all the glory if there is an attack. We are not through.
Yes.
He is Gao the Lesser in all respects. I thought Master Li allowed him to stay so that the influence of the father could be countered, but Gao never learns. He acts like he's above Master Li's teachings. Such are the conceits of wealth, I suppose. I appreciate that you arrived when you did.
By the way, I love Dawn Star's dress. It is beautiful. I would absolutely wear that. I would absolutely wear that. You know, that's a gorgeous dress, especially with that sash. Oh, beautiful. Yep, Castle, Captain Reynolds from Firefly, the rookie, so many good roles, yeah. Alright, what did Gale want? Soul and Dawn Star's gorgeous soul and design. So what did Gale want?
What does Gao the Lesser ever want? He's convinced that he can buy everything, and that includes people. He's a spoiled little man. I'd rather not dwell on him. Let's not increase his influence by talking about him after he's gone. What is it you wish?
I don't know, I don't really like saying to people, oh, I don't like seeing you upset, because, you know, it feels like it's just discounting their feelings about what they're feeling right in that moment. So, of course, she has a right to be upset, because Gao, the lesser, I love that, is trying to come on to her and overstepping her boundaries. Like, she put out her boundaries, and he's ignoring them. You know, he's flaunting his wealth, demanding respect, and she's not having it, and nor am I, because I'm her bestie, and anybody touches my bestie. You know about the bandits. Master Li said to get a weapon from Gushin.
Yes, he said you were coming. He just passed here with Si Pat on his way to help Kia Min. It's strange that simple bandits would launch such a raid. Master Li was concerned that this would interrupt your training. His respect for your potential is just so absolute. Has he told you any more about your future?
Not specifically, no, but I have a bad feeling. What do you know about it? I have a bad feeling, though.
I don't like your bad feelings. They always end up being right. Remember the grass fire? Half of the field's gone in a day, and you knew it would happen.
So we do seem to have some foretelling as well, so some ability of that. Okay. Sure nothing is going to happen.
You said you felt the lightning coming, but not even Master Li knows the weather like that. I trust your instincts. You are full of such promise.
So
I
she's
can
not.
see into the spiritual, an ability that grants some insight, but it doesn't seem to be useful for anything other than keeping me awake at night. I helped Master Li discover the unrest that shapes your future, but I see only problems, while you are destined to find solutions. I envy you for that.
Yeah, so she knows us too well, like, hey, I'm not, falling for your, it's gonna be fine, like, nope, I know you, and you've had this before, and you've usually been 100% correct all the time, so why would that change now? Please don't put me on a pedestal, I'd rather stand beside my friends.
I'm glad. You have always kept your feet on the ground. What does Master Li say? That you should keep the basics close to heart?
The foundations.
Let's go get your weapon from Gujin's workshop. It shouldn't be too hard to fend off simple bandits. They're foolish to attempt such an attack.
Yeah, let's go together. I could use the company. Or could I ask you a few more questions?
Of course. I can speak now or during our walk. Master Lee suggested that I accompany you, in case you require assistance.
Right. Where can I find Gushin? How did you help Master Lee find out about the restless steed?
I don't want to think about it too much. Manipulating chi has not come as naturally to me as it has to you. The things I do are different. I can see spirit shapes and hear the odd whisper. Master Lee was surprised, but he has not had time to look into it further. Your training is his primary interest. Hopefully I'll find my skills useful for more than just keeping me up at night. Could we go on to something else?
Always. So what do you know about the spirit world?
We are all spiritual creatures. When we die, our spirits are released to find their way to the underworld. The journey eases the transition from life to death. If their time among the living was troubled or painful, spirits sometimes get lost. They can seem almost alive and are often mistaken for living creatures. They usually only appear for a short time. They say what they need to say and then are drawn to the underworld.
So, okay, what makes them so threatening?
If a person's life was very traumatic, his or her spirit can lose its way for a long time. They can go mad trapped in the world of the living. Maddened spirits change. They lose their connection to the living world and begin to channel darker emotions. They can be very dangerous. I've only seen hints of those. It's been enough. I'm very worried about what may be coming.
I feel like, anyone might look at it and go, "Oh my God, it's such a gift! You can talk to ghosts. I wish I could do that." But at the same time, I feel like that, especially if they're trapped, murdered ghosts, that has to be feel more like a curse than anything, because imagine imagining that the whisper she hears and so on is not in a voluntary, not a voluntary sin, it's involuntary, and if she hears them, she will hear them. So she must get a lot of sleepless nights too, so. Oh, no wonder she really hesitates to talk to us about it, because it's something that's, internally traumatizing, and the things she must have seen or heard. Okay, where can I find what happens to them in the underworld?
I don't know. That's the kind of thing old men sit on mountains to discover. Some say it is a place of judgment. Maybe it's about reincarnation. You'd think we could just ask the spirits themselves, but if we can't really understand our own answers, how can we hope to fathom theirs?
Right, where can we find Gushin?
His workshop is in the center of the village by the gate, up the stairs from the square. It's the largest and most permanent building. You must be tired if you're asking me about that. You've talked to him many times.
We must be tired. Right, that's all for now.
We should get our weapons as quickly as we can. I am honored that Master Lee feels I am worthy of standing beside you.
Right, follower gained. Followers will fight alongside you, but you can also access their support abilities. Use the follower screen to change the tactics. Press the attack button to close. So I am walking as Dawnstar. Okay. That's Dawnstar there.
Why are we going back to the school? We need to go to Guzhin's, north of the main square in town.
Okay, so map. North of the main square in town. Okay. And whereabouts? North? Okay. There we go. To Two Rivers. So basically, that's about as far as I went. So that's my little first time in Two Rivers. Appreciating the scenery. Whoever designed this really put a lot of thought in it. It's very clear that they really, researched this stuff. The classic shapes of the roofs, the buildings, the lanterns, the flags. It's very quintessentially East Asia. Very quintessential. Uh-oh.
Nice little town you have here. Not a lot of guards, are there? your stocks of food?
Oh boy.
I don't know you. Why are you asking me all these questions?
This town isn't well guarded. Forget it, let's just start looting. We'll get first crack at the good stuff.
You're right. This isn't worth it.
Wow. She means. Whew.
I can't believe they've moved so quickly. We need your weapon. Gujin will be in his shop north of the main stairs.
Yeah. Here we go.
So awful. They killed him.
I'm so shocked, I don't know what to say. You have to keep us safe.
There's the other villager.
Why would bandits come here to Two Rivers?
Mm.
I'm so shocked, I don't know what to say. You have to keep us safe.
Right, we will. What's down here? Get distracted by the shiny. Like, 25 shinies. 25 shinies. One of those who likes to explore every part of the map. What if I missed something in that corner? Okay. Do we examine? What's up here? There's somebody's home. Oh, what's this? Sign to the town square. Please attack and close. Okay. Alright. I guess it'll. What's that? To the beach. Nice. I want to go to the beach.
This path leads to the beach. Gujin's shop is north of the main square.
I know.
We should really get our weapons as soon as we can.
I know, but I want to go to the beach. Enjoy a little time. Ooh. Old Ming. A fine statue, isn't it? Too bad no one bothers to pay proper respect but me. A fitting tribute to our leader, Emperor's son, though no one else seems interested in venerating his rule. I'd be more worried about it with dog bothering bandits coming this way, but I know Master Lee's not going to let them harass the Emperor or this town. Your master's a fine man, and he's managed to salvage a few of you students, which is more than most would imagine working with your generation. Ah, yes. So, once again, that old, timey, kids these days. The youth these days. We've been doing that for thousands of years. Like even in ancient Greece, I would go, kids these days, Might I ask you some questions? Not many people seem interested in what Old Ming has to say, even if I've been here longer than anyone. What did you want anyway? And make it snappy. At my age, I could die at the drop of a blossom. Tell me about the Emperor. Oh, I don't dare speak of Emperor's son. My words can't do proper justice to his glory. He is a hero to many. Ming is great. Yeah, I love him already. Ending the drought earned him great respect, even if he no longer shows influence. From the far from the walls of the Imperial City, he's my old person soul. Yeah. Is the Emperor neglecting the borderlands? I would never suggest such a thing. He must simply have greater concerns elsewhere. Master Lee has commented that he much prefers that Two Rivers do not get any attention. It is a sign that all is well here. What are your thoughts on Two Rivers? Let's find out about Cloud maybe but may not have fun. Enjoy. This place is so full of navel gazers that it's nice to see someone looking up and out for a change. So who are the important citizens? That would depend on who you ask. I suspect that everyone would cast a single vote for themselves, of course. You are your own, main characters. Give me your opinion. Master Lee is the real leader here. Everyone looks up to him, and his word passes for law around these parts. His wisdom is unquestionable. Is it unquestionable? Because everyone thinks, oh, everything he says is 100% fact, 100% true, 100% correct every time, or has he done something, or said something maybe, to imply that his wisdom cannot be questioned? That's, I think, the real question there, like. Alright. He teaches a lot at the school, but Gushin, the weapon master, helps out a lot around town, making him probably the most well-liked man around. India's merchant vendor. Someday I'd appreciate it. I think welcoming, good morning to you too. Someday I'd appreciate a vendor would quit complaining. He hasn't struck it rich yet. At least hasn't struck it elderly, I'd say. So, how are the students viewed? Yeah, it is by BioWare. It's one of their early games. I think this came out 2000 and something. I can't remember. I think 2007 maybe, but no, I think that was Mass Effect 1. But yeah, it's BioWare. So far, I'm really liking it. Okay, it says of the student, I think you're a bunch of noise-making hoodlums, no better than rebel. Then again, I think that of everyone. No wonder he likes, hang out by the beach. 2005, got it. Yeah. It's a privilege of age, Most people see you students in a good light. You're not a bad lot. For the most part, is he talking about Gao? What do you mean? I thought so. For every Dawn Star, there's a Gao. That should be enough to show my meaning.
You flatter, sir. I am sorry not every student has earned such respect.
Right, let's get back to the others. Hey, if you wish, but I only so many years left. Give me a tussle if I nod off. Okay. Can we talk a bit about the past, or tell me about yourself? What would you have me speak about? How long have you lived here? All my life, more years than I can remember. Very little has changed. So what do you do? I used to grow rice. Now I live on a small stipend paid by my son. He has long since moved further south in the Golden Delta. He never comes to visit, typical, but the silver reminds me that he cares. If these boats get any more creaky, maybe I'll move down with him. Okay, so to ask, why are you sweeping the beach? Oh, like the Zen garden thing, that you can find in some places, like some stores. Those mini Zen gardens, Obviously, I've turned this beach into a grand meditation garden where the contemplative mind can see the pathways of the future in the lay of the sand. So, kind of like the version of tea leaf, tea leaf foretelling. Or maybe it's just something to keep me busy. At my age, you need a purpose, or you just fade away. Go back to others. Okay. Can we talk a bit about the past? That's right. I think the first young lady we were talking to suggested we go talk to this guy about history because he has a passion for it. Good on you. History is best taught through stories. A teacher lecturing about the past is like listening to paper crumple when you want to hear a waterfall. Yeah, humans like stories, not, a whole bunch of facts like do 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 do. Everything's lost in the translation. Alright, tell me about the long route. You are too young to know what it was like. A decade of thirst with all the land cracked and bare. It was worse in the great cities. Riots claimed hundreds of thousands of lives. Emperor Sun Hai, with all his influence toward ending the drought, it saved us all. There was a cost. I don't know where the front line was or the name of the enemy, but the Emperor's own brothers, Sun King and Sun Li, were lost. But what really happened? As I said, the Emperor corrected whatever great offence to the human that had afflicted the Empire and thus ended the drought. That isn't answer enough for you, I know. For the young, it never is. In time, you will understand that the Emperor must deal with things that you are not meant to know or comprehend. Okay, what do you know about the spirit? How was the Empire formed? The Empire was forged out of warring countries by the iron will and inestimable might of sagacious Tian, the first emperor. In titanic battles and tense negotiations, he brought harmony to the chaotic world and created a single culture that stands tall over all others. So he's become something like a legend, almost like a mythic figure in a way. Okay, what do you know about the spirit world? Huh. Perhaps you think I have an affinity for spirits since I am close to becoming one myself? I'm not that old yet. I keep my feet toward the earth and my head as straight in the opposite direction as I manage. I wish others were as practical. I have heard many ghost stories lately. Travellers talk of roads awash in spirits. I am quicker to blame that on bowls of wine than a glut of the dead. That seems a bit, I don't know, that you accept 75. I think he has a right to sort of believe in a more divine end, a more spiritual end to the drought. Okay. Any others? Any others? I think we've done all that. Okay, alright. We've been on the beach. What's that? A statue of the Emperor. Right. Autumn trees. Love hearing that little bird song. Okay. We will go north eventually, Dawn. And just want to look around. Okay, what's this town square? Alright. Yeah. North of the town.
This building is Guzhin's place. As soon as we can, we should see him to arm ourselves.
Alright. Weapon Master Guzhin, yep. Alright, I hear you, Dawn. If it isn't two of Master Li's best and brightest, there's not much left for me to teach you to. You can't be here for lessons.
Hello, Weapon Master Gujin. Good day to you.
Oh, there's no need for titles, not from you two. Why do you insist on speaking like that? The old tongue, you mean? Anyone with half an education understands Solfan, and some of us prefer the way it rolls off the tongue. Don't act like it's a surprise. Lots of people speak it. Also, I suppose it is concentrated mostly in the prosperous East.
If you'd prefer, I don't need to use Thofan. Now, what brings you here?
Okay. Bandit scouts are here in Two Rivers. Master Lee sent me for a weapon.
Already? I assume you dealt with them, and the rest are in for quite a surprise when they get here. Well, no time to waste. Dawnstar, I watched you practice with that new blade yesterday, and I must say you take to it naturally. I want you to keep it and use it as your own.
Nice.
This is a great honor. A good weapon is a true warrior's most treasured possession.
You know, you came here with Master Lee as just a babe. I came not long after, and I've been holding on to a weapon for you ever since. Well, two, actually. But you need to choose which one you'll take. Master Lee wants you to stay focused on your first weapon.
Okay, where did Master Lee find? Is there anything special about them?
Anything? Everything. I don't know where your master acquired these, but he has honored me with the care of two legendary weapons. You may arm yourself with either the legendary longsword,
Oh my gosh.
or the famed staff, Golden Star.
Thanks for the hydrate. Right. Okay, can arm yourself with either the legendary longsword or the famed staff Golden Star. So tell me about the longsword.
They say this blade was created in the forge of Smiling Fortune, blacksmith to the gods. Crafted for his son, this blade eventually found its way into the hands of men. How your master found it, I cannot say, but this ancient longsword is yours, if you wish it.
Let me hear about the staff.
They say Golden Star was forged as a gift to a water spirit of the Silkworm River. A young noble convinced the great eastern serpent to fly him to the stars, where he dipped this staff in the tail of a comet. It could be pure fantasy, but the staff certainly isn't. It's strong and has an excellent reach. Your foes will tremble if they see you wielding it.
Right, couldn't you give whichever weapon I don't pick to Dawn?
I'm afraid not. She would not be able to handle one of these weapons quite yet. I'll explain why in a moment, but suffice it to say that very few people have your aptitude for maintaining focus in battle. In time, Dawnstar will be able to handle a weapon like this, but don't discount the blade I gave her. Master Lee wanted her to have the keenest steel I could find.
Right. Longsword.
They say this blade was created.
I think I would take Fortune's favorite.
Your weapon is well deserved, and you'll need it with these bandits so close. If you decide you truly don't like it, however, you can come see me after the bandits are dealt with.
Okay. I should go.
One more thing you need to know. These weapons strike with deadly precision, but to wield them safely, you must focus with each strike. Master Lee has been training you so that you'd be ready for this kind of weapon. And the drain won't be crippling, but you will get tired over time.
I should go see the townsfolk.
That you should. Those people will be looking to you for leadership until Master Lee gets back. I know you'll do well.
No pressure. No pressure.
Senior student. Oh, excuse me, Weapon Master. I did not mean to interrupt.
Calm down, student. What has you so flustered?
The bandits. They've already been sighted down by the beach.
Damn.
And they're making their way toward the town.
How many are there? How far have they come?
They're making their way toward the town now. The few men in the militia weren't able to stop them.
Okay. How many are there?
I don't know, but their ship is large. There could be many of them. You have to help, senior student.
Okay, come with me to some... Does Master Lee know they're already here?
Master Lee hasn't returned yet with Kia Min. I'm sure he will be back before long, but we must depend on you until he returns.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Run back to the school and warn everyone else. I'll deal with these things. I think they do deserve, to be warned.
I will run to the school and seal the gates. Make your way to the beach and teach these bandits a lesson. I know you can.
No pressure.
You've done well, lad. Go back to the school now. Your friends have some new weapons they're dying to try out, I'm sure.
You received Stargate Fortune's Fave. Okay. Powerful weapons require intense concentration to wield properly. The fatigue from their use will drain your focus. Mission in the yellow bar in the upper left. Okay. Go to save the game. There we go. Right. There we go. Oh, hi. Two little piggies. Little piggies. That's cute. Found the pigs. Oink, 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 oink. Winking, winking. Winkity winks. Only $5 in there, that's fine. Drumming.
Legendary strike.
5 stars.
I am receptive.
All right. Got them in one. Okay. You want to start?
There is no time to talk. We have to save the village from these bandits.
Got it. Alright, oh, what's that? Alright.
Legendary strike.
What's...
Help! Someone! They're all over the beach! Bandits! Hold your tongue, old man! This village is ours!
Okay. Alright.
We have to help.
Got him.
Be careful. These louts will show no mercy.
Oh no. I did. And then he died. Okay. Not back from there, okay.
Legendary strike. Heavenly wave.
Got him. Okay. What's this? Right. Right.
Someone! They're all over the beach! Bandits! Hold your tongue, old man! This village is ours!
Into focus mode.
We have to help. Be careful. These louts will show no mercy.
Right out of focus. Okay.
We'll strip this village. I can't face them alone!
Alright. There we go. Alright. Oh,
I can hear fighting to the east. We have to push these bandits back off the beach.
got it. Right. And to come in about 2 minutes or so, so let's go east. Right, be safe. Right. Where's east? Come on now. East is this way. Oh yeah, the beach. Okay. Turn off the map. Whoops. Did it 2 times. I think it forgot it did the first time. Oh my goodness, that is a massive ship. And I love that it's like seen right in the middle, you know, sort of between 2 trees. And that sort of, you know, visual area to really emphasize, hey, this is a huge ship, just as they said. And, hey.
Yet another village with no purpose. I will replenish our supplies and continue my search elsewhere. You will all, of course, have to die.
Not so fast, sir. Not so fast. Oh no. Well, damn. Right. I'm really bad at dying. I mean, I'm really bad at staying alive. I'm really good at dying. Okay. Okay. My fingers are really bad at focusing. Right. Don't die indeed. More tips. Okay. Alright. So we've had break again, so for the next 3 minutes. Right. That screen allows you to spend style points to learn new techniques, map styles to your hotkeys for rapid access to combat. All styles learned, okay. Right. Complete the harmonic combo. Alrighty. Okay.
I am restored.
Alright, let's go through all this again.
Legendary strike. Look out.
Okay. Oh no. Mind that sword. Hey, come on, don't do that to me. No, damn it. Okay. Go all the way back again. No. Okay.
I am restored. Legendary strike. I am restored. Heavenly wave, longsword.
Why are you... Okay. I think it's like a Dark Souls game almost. It's almost Dark Souls. I think we'll leave it there because it got really Dark Souls on me, so we shall end it here. Okay. Exit? I can't exit it. Okay. So I think I might have to Alt 4 this. Alright. I will just leave it right there.